I've been wanting a tote bag and I've seen these all over Pinterest and I've really been liking corduroy, so that's why I decided to make it a corduroy patchwork tote bag. I'm currently whispering because it may or may not be close to midnight and my entire family is asleep. I really like corduroy and I want a tote bag, so I decided to combine both of them and make it a corduroy tote bag. I have never sewed in my life besides when I was 7 and made a pillow for my sister for her birthday. I didn't really do that correctly. I don't own a sewing machine, so we're going to be doing that all by hand. I started by going to Goodwill and buying anything corduroy that is cheap. I bought 4 pairs of corduroy pants. My sister tried on one of the pairs and they fit her. I tried on one of the pairs and they fit me. I decided to keep 2 of the 4 that I bought. But then I only had 2 colors, so I had to go back to a different thrift store. Then I went to Joann's so I can get some fabric for the inner lining of my bag. I had no clue how much to get, so I got a yard and I hope that's enough as it looks pretty large. There is a plethora of fabrics I can choose from, and yes, I used the word plethora because it was a vocab word in 2nd grade and it's pretty fancy. Out of all of those colors, I chose white because I'm basic like that and it matches everything. I'm gonna try to make my tote bag. These are my 4 colors that I'm using. I'm gonna cut squares out of all of these and then I'm going to sew them together. It's gonna be like a patchwork bag. I think I'm gonna cut 5-inch squares. We'll just go from there, I guess. So this is my square. Just cut 4 of these out. I have no clue how this bag is gonna look. I just like corduroy and I want a bag, so. It may or may not have taken me like 45 minutes to figure out the pattern that I was gonna use, but I finally decided on this one. Now that I have all of my little patches, I'm gonna start sewing them together, doing it by hand, which is gonna take an eternity, but that's okay because even though I don't have time on my hands, might as well. I actually looked up a tutorial and now I have a little bit of knowledge about sewing. You want to sew it inside out. When you unfold them, it's gonna be like a nice little seam. For the life of me, I cannot find where this thread starts. Oh my gosh, that was really smooth. Okay. I literally already messed up and I only made 1 stitch. Got these sewed together. Ta-da! This is what I have so far. This is the bottom of my bag. There's lots of dog hair on it, so ignore that. I only have 3 more to do, and then 4 more for the other side, and then more for the bottom, and then add the straps, and then the liner, and then we're good. I thought I was done. I sewed that backwards. That is supposed to be that way. I have to rip out all the seams, even though I don't have a seam ripper. I'm using these chunky little scissors. It's so fun. We just love wasting thread and messing up. It's a little crooked, but she's cute. We're good. It's coming together. You're not ready for this. I got the bottom 2 sewed together. I've been hand sewing every single one of these squares together, and now I have to hand sew all of these together. After that, I have to cut out more squares to make the bag, and then hand sew all of those together. And then I hand sew the whole bag together. But then I have to hand sew a liner into the bag, and then I have to figure out what my handles are gonna be. We're getting there. Also, the amount of times I said hand sew in that sentence wasn't a sentence, it was very run-on. Last night at Goodwill, I thrifted this sweater. Oh, don't mind all of the corduroy all over me. Super comfy, and it's Tommy Hilfiger. Yes, I know it's not pronounced like that. I sewed it all together. Now I just have to sew the lining in, fold it up. I have to add handles. That's where I'm at right now. I actually asked my dad to videotape, so props to him. Got the liner almost all the way sewed on. I decided very last minute and impromptu that I'm going to add this little pocket. I'm gonna sew this to the bag along with the lining. It's gonna be cute. I can put like my phone or like wallet and stuff in here. Extra little corduroy. I have sewed this handle together, but now I need to turn it inside out. I don't know how to do that. Somehow I slightly figured it out. That felt like a magic trick. Stitching did come undone. I'm not really sure how to fix that. Oh boy. Before I get started on my bag again, I have a story for you. I went to go get my nails done today. I wanted to get like the sage green color, like French tips, all this stuff, like a design, and I never do designs because I'm always just scared they're gonna mess up. For the toes, I was like, oh, I want this color. I don't know if I pointed to the exact color, but I also said the number. It was like 72 or something. I was like, can I get 72? She must have like misheard me. When the next lady came for my fingers, she was like, oh, what color do you want? And I said, oh, I just picked it up for my toes. Can I see the color thing again? She misheard me and thought that I wanted the same color as my toes for my nails. They gave me this freaking hot hot pink color, and I didn't tell them that that's not what I wanted. We're doing my toes and fingers at the same time. So the lady was like off to the side, and I was like, it's just not very me. I am probably going to paint over them before school starts so that no one thinks I'm just like some like girly girl Barbie, even though there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not me personally, if that makes sense. I finished my straps and I ironed them so they're flat. It's like a stripe. I don't know how to explain. I have not sewed it yet. That's how it's gonna look, something like that. These two are not actually the same length. Don't know how that happened. Like it's about an inch different, but it's fine. Don't ask me where those sunglasses came from because I don't know either, and honestly, I don't even own a pair of sunglasses, so they're probably my mom's that were just sitting on the counter and I thought I looked cool in them. Sorry about my dog, he just wants attention. Do you see that? I finished my bag. It's very time consuming. I only finished it because I was mostly done with it when I wanted to stop. It's also not exactly even, but that's okay. It adds character. I love it. I love it.